So can't tag her. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Short crew today.
It's just us.
Yeah, just us. Steve's was up most of the night with his shoulder up. I don't know if you guys have seen his Facebook page or not, but when he fell, was it last week or week before?
Yeah.
He tore his rotator cuff pretty bad, so that's bugging him, and he's not going to be here.
I was trying to think how he did it. He fell?
Yeah.
I know
Something about going down the side of the road for something. I don't remember what it was, and he fell. Coming back up, he slipped and caught himself with his shoulder and did it that way.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I think he slipped in the mud or something.
Yeah, and Dennis his internet was down to 2.8 megabytes this morning, so he couldn't keep the connection going.
Yeah. But anyway,
so he's not here, and I think Bill's going to be out at least another week before he gets back to Iowa.
Yeah, Bill's traveling, so
I think he was traveling this week. Anyway. It's just Jerry and I, so if anybody would like to come on the show, we can do that.
Come on up. Put the link in there. Good morning. We got Bernard, DES Dave, Digger Evans, Gerald Stewart, Grandpa Rails, Humanity Junction, Jack, Joe Raider, Lynn McCurdy, Ray Bertelstein, Rob T-Man, CB&Q, Steve Childers. Steve has a guest coming today. We won't ask him. You'll have to watch this video to see who's going to come and run trains today. But I think that is it. Wigwag was here. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, Roy just popped in.
Yeah, what's up, Roy?
Anyway, I shot the link for the show in there if somebody wants to come on and discuss things.
Yeah, come on up. Join us.
Anyway, I've got nothing going on right now. Not train related anyway. Everything's been stuff with the house and my credit card and everything else. It's just been fun.
Did you get your credit card straightened out?
Yeah. It came Friday, but then I had to go. You know how it is. You got all those automatic payments that you have it linked up to. Then you got to turn around and go do all that stuff. That took half a day.
Yeah,
tracing all that stuff down. Because what really kills me about that, they have you do these auto pay things, and link it up where you can pay it automatically. Yeah. And then when you go in there and try to change something, they act like you never had an account with them or, did business with them at all. And it's like pulling teeth to get it changed. Some of them, the credit card, I went in to change it. It was already changed to the new number. So how that happened, I don't know. I guess the credit card company does it sometimes, but really weird.
Yeah, it's a pain. Roy, no, he's been here from the beginning. He's pretty chatty today. See Dave BNSF, Floyd Robin. What's up? Come on, hit the link. Join us. We really don't have much to talk about.
It's not gone any further, Mark. I just haven't had a chance to even get up there and do anything. Like I say, seems like I've been doing everything else. And then any chance I had, I went and played golf.
So I posted a link to my video that I posted this morning. I'll post it again. Talk about that. Talk about my backdrop. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. That flat coat worked out great. Oh, that's cool, Joe. So, yeah. And it's cheap enough, Joe. You should be able to get it online, from Amazon. I'm in a funk. Jack's in a funk. Just surprised human usually shows up when the show is almost over. Yeah, I mean, maybe Maybe he couldn't sleep, boy. Maybe he was up early. Keep it and add a few low profile buildings. Ultra low profile. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. The thing is, there's not a lot of room between the tracks and the backdrop. There might be like an inch or two. I think if I put buildings there, it would look even stupider. I don't know.
How's my audio? Is it still messed up?
Yeah, when I talk, yeah.
When you talk,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah, you think Heath would come up and help us out with this audio problem? Oh, you got dog duty. Yeah. Claude, your audio is terrible. Yeah, we know that, Heath. We can't figure out why. We just can't figure out why. Claude has to mute himself, and it's fine. We can't figure out why. We need an audio expert. Buy some gator board, make a building out of that. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. If Claude put on headphones, it would solve everything. You got to unmute yourself when you want to talk, Claude. I don't think Claude owns headphones, Heath. Claude's mic is picking up sound from his speakers, and for some reason the echo cancellation is not working. Could be.
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is, and it didn't used to do this. This is relatively new because I've always used my phone for this, for sound and camera, and for some reason it started to be a problem. I don't know.
Maybe it was like a recent update.
Could be. I have no idea. I'm not a
Yeah.
sound engineer, so I couldn't tell you why it's doing it. I know sometimes when the headphones work, I had the earbuds, but then they started messing up the sound, and so I quit using those. So it's just, I don't know. Those worked for a while, and then they quit again. I could try them again, see if they'd work.
We got a lot of problems here, Heath.
Okay, does that help?
I don't know. Yeah, that's better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll wear them until it quits working.
Yeah, I wonder why they stopped working.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's kind of weird stuff.
Yeah.
They've been sitting over here. I hadn't used them in ages.
Yeah.
But if that works, then I'll wear them.
Hey, Wigwag. Nobody wants to come up. What's the matter with you people? Surely
Rob says that is better. Okay.
Yeah.
Heath, get the link. Here's the link. Get the link. Come on the show.
This old goat. What is up? He's new.
Anyway. Oh. So what's going on with everybody?
Yeah, what's everybody doing? What's going on? You working on your layouts? Working on a tan?
Dave says he's got chronic bedhead.
So do
I
I.
guess it's him. He's
That's
not done his makeup this morning.
it's okay.
I'm sure.
You know, you don't have to share your video. You just share your audio. Mower Man, what is up? Welcome.
Oh, man. Yeah, welcome.
What's happening in the mower world? We're desperate. I mean, there's just not much to talk about. Claude hasn't done much to his layout.
I haven't done anything. Yeah.
I'm kind of like in transition.
Let's see here.
Not home this week, 2 weeks in a row. I haven't been home. That's not so bad, Roy. It's good to be out on the road. What's up, Kyle Stevens? So, Joe Rader, did you like that? Do you think you would use it again? Are you going to keep using that? I sent Joe some Vallejo dull coat. It's just a matte acrylic in place of dull coat. Dull coat's so expensive.
It is for some reason. I'm not sure why, but
Yeah, all those little cans are not cheap. What's
hey,
up,
Lynn?
man? Thanks, Lynn, for coming up and saving us.
Got a hat.
Yeah, I don't know why all those little spray paint cans are so expensive.
Well, because they're hobby, they're selling to people that do hobbies, and any hobby you do is more expensive than just regular stuff.
Yeah,
Because it's it's a much smaller group of people that you're selling to.
yeah. Maybe
Like
lower.
somebody that does regular painting is not going to go in and buy a small can of Testor's dull coat.
No,
No need for that. So even though they paint, it's only a modeler that's going to go in and buy something like that.
Claude, maybe turn down Lynn's mic. He's kind of loud. Claude can do it.
Oh yeah, it's all the way up.
Yeah.
There we go. Is that better?
I don't know. Gotta say something.
Something. How's that?
That's
I'm starting to get a little bit of a throat thing, so I was hesitant joining, but you were begging to come on, so.
Well, it's early for you, though, man.
Yeah, it's fairly early for him because he's in the same time zone Steve is. Aren't you? You're in Southern California, right?
Yep, out in the desert.
Yep. No, not too far from where I was born.
Yeah. We're right over there.
It's changed quite a bit since I was there, though.
Oh yeah, I've been up here from San Bernardino for about going on 20 years, and I've watched quite a big change. The old timers tell me that they used to come up over the pass from San Bernardino to the high desert. At night, you could see the lights and know who was home. Now you come up over and it's just a sea of lights. It's all the way to Vegas.
Well, I remember sitting outside as a kid because we were just high enough when we lived outside of Victorville. We were just up high enough that you could see the string of lights coming up out of Cajon Pass, heading to Barstow or Vegas. Most of them would be going to Vegas. But you could see that string of lights. But yeah, there was 4,500 people there, I think, when we left in '66, and now Apple Valley's got 75,000, something like that.
Yeah.
So they've got an airport out there now, a regional airport, and all kinds of stuff.
Roy, Dennis's internet isn't working too good.
Yeah, he was getting 2.8 megabytes on his speed test.
Yeah.
You need to take up the fund and buy him a cable to go from the house to his train room.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the speed in the house was that low.
Yeah, the speed in the house.
because he's on satellite, and I don't know why it's so slow out there, but it is. He did speed test this morning.
Victorville. I've heard of Victorville. Where's Victorville?
Right next to Apple Valley.
Right next to Hesperia.
Yeah, George Air Base is in Victorville. Well, it was George Air Base when I was there. We lived there. Yeah. They closed the air base part of it down. I think it's just a regional airport now.
Barstow, Victorville, Colton are all named after Santa Fe upper management. I don't know what all their positions were. And then the post office said they couldn't have single names, so it became Victorville. There's too many Victors, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something to share if you want.
Sure, yeah.
Share it.
I was at a swap meet a week ago. I help a guy from our club. He has a small electronic business called Green Steam, and he makes signals, all kinds of stuff, high-end, expensive. He works for a small company called NASA. Used to work on the space shuttle, so he kind of knows his way around electronics. But from another club, they were selling off some stuff that they didn't want, and on the table was this. Yeah, and it's not light either.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
It's a train station.
Oh, Cornerstone.
Milwaukee says Milwaukee style train station.
Yeah. Cornerstone, Milwaukee style station and train shed. No, definitely won't fit back here.
Looks like what do you?
A couple of weeks ago, in our club, we have way too many modules. I mean, I've joked that there's been some places that we could fill the room with the modules. I mean, we got Benny with the aircraft carriers, to battleships, to all the other stuff, and I'm catching up with him. But we had one member move, and he left his stuff to the club. So the guy that was holding it, he wanted the space. So he was threatening to take it to the dump if nobody would pick it up. So, okay, I'll take it. So I have two completely detailed 4-foot modules with all the track plugs, everything. They're ready to go. Two tall cabinets where you can slide in the different modules, and about 14 feet of modules, and everything from just plain wood to some scenery, some track, a couple of turnouts, and a box of turnouts, used but in good condition. And so I'm going to build a train station. It may take 5 or 6 years, but that's my speed.
So that's what you're going to do with that kit. You're going to put it on a module.
It'll be on one module at one end, and then the other modules will all have track where you could line up all your passenger trains.
That'll be pretty cool.
And I got a few passenger trains, to say the least, among other things. So that's what's going on.
You'll use it for the club.
Yeah. It's all in the garage. This room right here, if this was a 3-stall garage, this would be the 3rd stall. Okay. And the only condition my wife said is there has to be enough room that her car can be in the garage. And it's in there. And the door's open.
How big a shoehorn did you have to use to get it in there, though?
Yeah. But right now there's crates, modules, and boxes and boxes of trains. Underneath this thing is full of trains. Yeah, I've got a few too many.
That's what my shop looks like now.
Does your club have storage for modules?
In a roundabout way, yes. I don't remember the dimensions. It's a really big toy hauler, a trailer without windows. The back end drops down. There's a side door, and it is full all the way.
So in other words, there's no more room at the end.
There is absolutely, we have to be careful. We open it down, everything's strapped in, but stuff shifts around. It's kind of like we open and stand back in case it explodes. But most of the big stuff is in cabinets on wheels. We just put new wheels on them because they were wearing out from the weight. And inside the trailer, they move a little bit, so they were getting flat spots. So we put new wheels on there. But we're always building more. Unfortunately, we don't have room. And to get a building in California is a no-go. It just...
Why do they keep building more if you got no room to put them?
Because we're model train guys and we're insane.
Why don't they just update some of the modules they have or something?
That we do. I had 2 more modules that belong to one of our early members. He's still around. The guy builds the ships in his first modules. And he used wood, so the wasn't very straight. And it was his first attempt, and it looked great.
Yeah.
And he was just going to dump them. So I took them, reworked them. But everybody complained when we set them up, there was dips. So you had to level the track and a bunch of stuff like that. I ended up selling them for $200. And these were stuff that was going to go to the dump.
Yeah.
So, but
got something.
We have nicer things. So we get rid of the old ones. I would say in the members, we've thrown out probably 100 feet of modules already, but we have 10 times that.
Yeah, I saw some of your stuff when I rewatched Steve's video from yesterday. It looked pretty nice, the cabinets.
Yeah.
To store the modules and things. Yeah. But man,
I think they're 6 foot tall and they fit 2x4 modules, like a bread shelf. They just all go in there. But I got my own modules, which are in a trailer at my son's house. He got a free U-Haul truck that had been abandoned out in the desert. It can't be registered. It'd be insane to try to repair it. So he's renting it out for $100 a month for another club member to store his stuff in it. He bought a shipping container.
Yeah.
To put his toys in, motorcycles and stuff. Now I've got my overflow modules in his container. So, yeah, keeping this stuff is a problem, but getting a building is just out of the picture. What it would cost to rent, insurance.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, we already have literally $1 million insurance policy on our trailer and the contents.
It's almost cheaper just to put some shipping containers out in the desert and put modules in there and have your club in there.
Yes, it would be. Yes.
We actually did that.
The ideal place. He's got almost 5 acres, mostly sand and cactus. But
yeah, we did.
It's almost a 45-minute drive to get to his place too.
That's the drawback. Jack wants to know how many modules you have built.
My modules right now, I have them in sets. I have the cement plant, which is 3 modules, 12 feet long, with a 6-foot module that goes off at a 45-degree angle behind. My smallest is the 2-foot mine, which is 2 foot. I just finished building the Dry Gulch, which is desert mining, abandoned ghost town. That is 8 feet. And then I have 6 feet that attaches to that is rolling hill mountains with bison down in the valley and bears up in the mountains. And then I got this mess out in the garage. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Heath wants to know if you have a plan for something for all your stuff.
I assume he means with my demise.
I suppose that's what he means, yeah.
Should something happen? I mean, it's going to happen. It's just,
yeah.
No matter when, yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure most of you know about Ron with classic model trains.
No.
He just did a video on that subject. of, what's going to happen to your stuff. And, most families, they may pick and choose, but the rest of it, it's going to end up in the dump. It's going to go away. And I had the conversation with my wife. And my son, he's welcome to anything he wants. The rest of it will go to the club, and what the club doesn't want will go to the landfill. That's the order of it.
So, is your son into trains?
Pardon?
Is your son into trains?
No. I tried to get him involved.
Yeah.
He helps out once in a while. If I really need the help at a show setting up, he'll.
But
he
you
never
never
says
know.
no. He kind of indicates he'd rather do something else, go dirt bike riding or
How old is he?
working on cars.
How old is he?
40.
It might change. He might,
Yeah, he might.
once you pass away, right? He might start modeling because it reminds him of you.
Both of his
people.
Grandfathers worked for the Santa Fe Railroad.
Yeah, so I know Liz, I can't remember Windsor Valley Railroad. I can't remember her old channel name, but she took up her dad's uh, layout and started building trains, and she's a good modeler. And there's another woman in South Africa, same thing. She she wasn't in the trains, but her dad was, and when he passed away, she started building a layout because it reminded her him. It reminded her of him. So you never know. He might.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could happen.
I've got pictures of him since he was only about this tall. Now he's taller than me.
Yeah.
At train shows and with a throttle. But most of the time he's with a wrench or something, putting legs on modules and setting them up. That's his forte. He loves working on cars. He's a tinker. Pretty good vehicles.
But I mean, modeling would work for him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a tinker. He likes to build things. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I was going to do. Is when something happened to me, I was going to tell my son that he had to take all that down. Well, that's not going to happen. So that's why I'm dismantling that, so that when something does happen to me, it'd be easy to deal with. And I've already told Dennis, he can have all the rolling stock and locomotives and stuff if he wants them, because I'd rather give them to somebody that's going to use them.
Yeah.
Than have them go and crash, because they're and
this,
if my wife wants to
behind me.
Yeah. If my wife wants to go on eBay and try and sell all that stuff, more power to her, but she's not going to do that. I know her.
But she could find somebody to help her.
Well, I gave her some of that stuff. In the back of Model Railroader, there's always ads for people that buy estates and stuff like that. And you can do something like that. That's a lot of work, too. People don't realize.
Yeah, Jason's doing that for somebody.
Right.
He didn't pass away, but he just wants to get out of Model Railroad.
We did that for widows of the an airplane community. The RC airplane community. We did the same thing.
You did that.
It's a lot of work.
You did that for somebody. You remember a couple of years ago, you sold that stuff for that widow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a friend of mine. That's why I did all that. And he didn't have that much stuff, and yet it was a lot of work getting all that stuff kind of separated out and put up, and then get it shipped to everybody. So it's not like, oh well, if I pass away, you get it. Even if I give that stuff to Dennis, he's still got to come get it.
Yeah, the packing and shipping is the hard part.
Yeah, especially anymore. It's so expensive anymore.
Yeah,
it becomes prohibitive if it's very big. And selling stuff on eBay, I did that one time. I bought an estate from a lady, and I sold most everything that I didn't want to keep, and made lots of money on it, but it took me 6 months to get rid of all of it.
Well, Jason,
You got to pack it up and make all your ads on eBay and all that kind of stuff. It takes a long time.
Jason Cotton Belt, the train freak, he's selling a lot of trains for a friend that I guess the man's in his mid-80s, late 80s, and decided to get rid of it now.
Yeah.
I bought a few pieces off of that.
Yeah, I bought some things too. I mean, there some stuff is really nice. I mean, it's in good shape, good condition. Prices are good. He's got a lot of stuff. He just added more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That guy's got so much stuff.
Well, we all do. I mean, I've got way more than I'll ever use.
I mean, I don't have that much stuff. That's exactly why I don't want so much stuff.
Yeah, I go to shows. I'll take a whole truckload of trains, and I would say out of 8 boxes, I'll be lucky if I open 6, and the rest they just go right back home. They never get run. There's just not enough time.
Yeah.
But, this monstrosity behind me, when I built this, I built it with the idea that it may have to be moved someday. Now, I don't know about the top of the mountain, the fitting out the door, but everything is modular, and it's held together with 1/2-inch bolts and big flat washers, and it's in 4 sections. So you'd have to cut track, cut the plaster. It's all just styrofoam and plaster. There's really not much there, but the legs are bolted on. The legs come off. It could go out the door, out in the garage, into the dumpster, real easy.
That's what I'll do when I build something downstairs. I'll make it where it comes apart and it's easy to get out. So whoever gets it can get it out of here when I'm gone. But I need to get all that upstairs out because it's built in place, and I don't want her to have to deal with it.
Club's gearing up. Our next show is mid-October. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to be somewhere out in the Pacific. But we're just doing a modest 50 by 50 with the yard down the middle. Takes a day to set up. It's a 3-day show at a fair. With air conditioning, free electricity, that's all we ask for. If anybody's near Death Valley, stop by Ridgecrest.
So your club doesn't do too many shows then? It's not like you do shows every month.
No. It's too much work. I mean, it's a real...
Yeah.
And we're all getting older. We got a couple of young guys in the club now.
What's your average age for club people? Not many young people.
We have 2 that are under 40. We have 1 that's in his mid-20s. And the rest are 60, 70, and 80.
Yeah.
But
you guys got to recruit some young people.
Oh, we try.
Yeah.
But they have jobs. They have families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a club is nice because you don't really need to put a lot of time into it if you don't have it to put into it. It's not like a layout where, you know, it's not going to get done if you don't do it, right? So
that's the advantage of a modular club, because I've got this to play with to entertain myself. A lot of times it just sits here. I move buildings around. I'm working on this section over here. That's why it's not in the screen. But then when we do the show, we can get out the big stuff. We can run long trains. We've started implementing what we call the back 20. We have 2 main lines up front and then a single line 20 inches from the front. And like for Heath and yourself, Jerry, for operations, you can pick up a car here and we'll usually make out a sheet that these cars need to be moved over to so-and-so's module. And the modules have names. And, it'll say that, these containers need to be moved down to the space shuttle. We have a space shuttle. And stuff like that. So you're not just sitting there doing the racetrack, which I usually do.
Right.
But the other guys are back there, hooking up to a couple of cars, moving them over here, dropping them up, picking them up, going back. That way the audience walking around, they They want to see the trains going by. The little kids want to see them going by.
So is your club a club, or it just consists of you guys going somewhere to set up your stuff?
It's a club. It's an organized club with the
So you have
the tax base and all like that.
you have a layout at the club.
We have no club building. We meet at the Elks Lodge in Lancaster. They let us go in there, and for that, we put on one show a year for them. And the rest of the time, it's wherever. The number of locations is dropping. We have lost 2 major locations. We used to do the Anaheim Convention Center right across the street from Disneyland. You could go out the door and go to Disneyland. And that's where we put on the big layouts. It would take 2.5 days to set up. We did 100 by 70 with 3 yards. I mean, picture a pair of eyeglasses. So you had 2 big layouts connected with a yard and yards down the middle. And we would recruit anybody we could get our hands on to come help set it up. And we'd start setting up on Wednesday and usually finish by Friday morning. And the show would start at noon on Friday, go Saturday, Sunday, and then pack all that stuff up Sunday night.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean,
it was a lot of work,
especially if you don't have any young guys to help.
Yeah. But we've got it down. We've, over the years, all the legs on the modules are all the same, all the bolt holes, all the bolts, everything is the same. So if somebody forgets a leg, here, take one here. You know, everything matches up. A lot of the newer modules have 3 pins that line up to the next module. So when we're leveling, you just put it in there, put the legs on, and then minor adjustments to get it perfectly. And then we use a laser that sets the level of the layout. That's what takes more time than anything, is getting everything level.
Getting everything level.
None of the buildings have level floors.
Yeah, the bigger your layout, the harder it is, you know. But,
we had one building. It was a nice setup, new management, so we can't go there anymore. They want $1,000 a day for us to be there. That's $3,000 for a weekend. And that's like, we're nonprofit. No, we can't do that.
I mean, like, if you were somewhere where there's potentially a high flow of traffic, I don't understand why people would charge you to set your stuff up, because you're going to draw people to wherever you're at.
Exactly.
I thought the same thing, Jerry. We looked into one of the malls here in town.
Yeah,
we just set up a couple of tables and put some airplanes on them, and tell people about what we do. And we weren't selling anything or anything like that. They wanted $500 a table.
That's ridiculous. Like,
it's stupid.
You're bringing people that are coming there. You're going to advertise, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So people in that hobby or interested in that hobby are going to come to the mall. What do you think they're going to do? They're just not going to come to you. They're going to walk around the mall and spend some money. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's like, it's a win-win for everybody. The mall just doesn't have to make money off of you, too.
Well, it's one reason malls around the country are dying out. That's one of the main reasons. Because they're like that. Obviously, the online shopping stuff goes in there too, but they want money right and left. They used to do, kids groups would come and put on a small show of dancing and singing or something like that in the holidays. They were charging them too to come in and do that.
Yeah.
And they're not taking any money. They're not taking donations. They're not taking anything.
Yeah, but
the group is not making anything. All they're doing is performing, and they're having to pay to perform.
Heath says malls are dying. Yeah, malls are dying, but you would think that they would be desperate to bring people in, and things like this would bring people in.
Yeah, you would think. But that was 15 years ago that I checked on that, and they wanted $500 a table.
Almost all of our shows now are at train shows. Next year already we're setting up for the Great American Train Show in Ventura, which is really nice. It's right on the beach, not on the beach, a building next to the beach.
Yeah.
But they used to, depending on how large your layout is, would pay up to $100 for us to show up, which paid for the gas for the truck pulling the trailer down. Still cost us money, hotels, meals, stuff like that. Yeah. But then the last time they go, no, we're trying to make money too. So you guys get the space, you get the electricity and all like that. We're not giving you $100 anymore. Okay, we'll still go.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they're talking about over there in chat. Containers and buying land, and what are you guys going to do? Build a big layout in a bunch of containers over there in chat?
We thought about that, and you guys mentioned it, to get some containers, put them out in the desert, and set them up. And even then, you got to figure out where it's going to be local for all the members, because we're scattered out. I've got members up in Tehachapi, we got California City, we're all over the place. But can you imagine with 110 degrees in a container?
That's what they have air conditioning.
Yeah, we had one that kept our lawnmower for the club in one, and then we bought two more and put them together. Had the company that brought them to us, they actually sold them as building parts.
Yeah.
So they would modify it, cut it out and stuff for you, and bring it, level it up, and bolt it together.
Oh, that's cool. They cut it.
Yeah,
for you,
and we put an air conditioner in it, and it was, it's fine when you're there, of course. But it does get hot inside.
Yeah, but air conditioner help it.
Yeah. Well, you can put ventilation in it too, if you want to do that. But
people
they make great buildings.
Yeah, they make great buildings.
In fact, that particular company has a place downtown, and they call it Box City, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 containers high.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird looking. It looks like a Lego set put together. But you go inside and you wouldn't believe it was containers.
Yeah.
The club up in Ridgecrest, they had a good idea, and they're permanent. If you go to a construction site where you see those big trailers where the contractors are in there looking over the plans and all like that, or temporary buildings at a school, they got 3 of those, attached them, raised them up off the ground, knocked the walls out except for supporting posts. And they have an N scale and a really large, like the letter E HO layout and double layers. And because they're out in near Death Valley, they don't have to worry about humidity, so they run swamp coolers, and it keeps pretty comfortable in there. They have more problems in the winter when it dips down to 20 degrees. That keeping the place warm. Everybody's in there with coats and gloves on, but the building's pretty nice. It's survived a couple of earthquakes. Trains have fallen off the track, but the layout stayed up, stayed level.
Yeah.
So that's an option too, rather than containers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an option. Of course, there again, you have to deal with the location, temperatures and stuff. But
well, they're not in Los Angeles County, so they can get away with things.
Yeah. Well, that's true, because we even had to get a permit for that building. We sit on city land. I say we. I'm no longer with the club.
Yeah.
But they were sitting there on city land that the city lets us lease, or let them lease for $1 a year. And when they wanted to do this, they just went to the city and say, "Hey, can we put this on here?" Because it's considered mobile, it's not permanent. They allowed it, but they still had to come in and inspect it and make sure it was safe and everything else. But being a container, it's not ever going to collapse on anybody, so they don't have to worry about that part of it.
Most places consider them mobile, like you said, and there's no real estate tax. on the building. You know?
Well, see here in Tulsa, even if you've got a shed, because they used to build those backyard sheds.
Yeah.
Put them on skids and they deliver them to you and slide them off the flatbed into your backyard. Those didn't used to have permits, but they do now.
Yeah, because there's so many
every little bit they can get.
Yeah, it's all just people are doing it. We can make money, and that's it.
Yeah.
There was one other club here in the valley that they're still around. They only have 3 members, but they're still here. They had a passenger car, a real train passenger car.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And it was at the fairgrounds, and the layout was inside the passenger cars. And steps going up, people could go up. You'd go through the passenger car and out the other end.
Yeah.
Well, they moved the fairgrounds, and when they did, they were told they were not welcomed at the next layout or in the next fairgrounds. They didn't want that passenger car.
Yeah.
And that literally bankrupted the club. I mean, just everything that destroyed it. What it cost to move that car. They found a place to put it.
Yeah, but it cost so much.
But to move it, all the permits, the trucks, the cranes, everything it took to move that and set it up, that it just almost wiped that club out.
Yeah.
And we talked to them a few years back about, joining, and the 3 members, they're all in their 80s. And they were like, no, we paid to move this thing. We're not letting anybody else in. Okay.
It's ridiculous. What are they going to do when they all die, the 3 of them?
I don't know what the property owner's going to do either,
They'll be stuck with it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking car. Could use a wax job, but, here's this big old Southern Pacific passenger car sitting out in the desert.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. You don't find too many of those.
No, not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. I still remember the Santa Fe coming up into Victorville, coming up out of the pass up in Victorville and then heading on up to Barstow. Because my grandmother took the train all the time back to Texas to visit. And so that was a big childhood memory for me.
A few years back, maybe 10 or more, we looked into buying a caboose. Now, it wouldn't be feasible to big a layout inside, but as a meeting place.
Yeah.
But the thing was the cost of moving it. We found quite a few. They're around.
Yeah.
I know 6 of them.
They're cheap.
30 minutes south of here.
Yeah, they're cheap, but a lot to move them.
But cost of moving it, and then where are you going to put it? Not going to fit in my backyard. I mean, I'd like it, but it's not going to fit.
That's what Train Mountain did. Was they bought a bunch of cabooses and put them all over the property, and they were going to use them to rent out to people that came for shows and stuff. And I can't remember. I think it was because they weren't ADA. They couldn't make them ADA, so the state wouldn't let them do it.
Yeah.
And so now they got all these cabooses sitting all over the property, just sitting there, because nobody can stay in them because the state said nope, it's not ADA accessible, so you can't have it, which is just a complete joke. But that's the way the law reads. And so now they've got all these cabooses that they pay for. They get no revenue from.
Claude may know the place that I'm thinking of. If you take the 5 and you go all the way north towards Shasta, there's a little town. I don't even know if it's got a name. I think it's Dunbar. And there's all of these. Well, there's a couple passenger cars, a few cabooses, but the rest of them are all boxcars. And they're all, the Great Northern, there's Santa Fe, there's all like that. And then they're fixed up as rooms. And you can spend the night in a boxcar. Right. I mean, it's not like an empty boxcar. There's beds, there's a little kitchenette. Yeah. It's all set up like that. Out front is a water tower. There's a shade parked by the highway. But it's right on the 5 going up towards Shasta.
Yeah, I've not been up there, so I've not been up the center part of the state. north of the desert. I've been to San Francisco and I've been to Tahoe, but going to San Francisco, we flew up. My sister was stationed there. And we flew up there, and then we went to Tahoe was when we went to see Steve, and then we went up the straight north out of Tahoe up toward Chiloquin, Oregon, to see him. But I've not been in the center part of the state. Always wanted to, but I've never been up there.
You really don't miss much until you get up towards Shasta. The rest of it is just farmland and flat, and that's the San Joaquin Valley going up there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know what it's like. I just never been up there personally.
Yeah. They're still talking about containers, and Roy makes a good point. Like, you don't need no concrete pad for them. Oh, geez, what are they? They stack them like 13 high on a ship. I mean, like they're made to.
Oh, they're stout.
Yeah,
they're stout.
Yeah, you're not going to destroy one of them.
No, they brought them out for the club.
Big double doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we had now for the mower shed. Yeah, we used the double doors, but for the club building, we hadn't put a regular door in it.
Yeah,
kept the double doors closed all the time.
Yeah, they'll do. I mean, they do so much with containers. Containers are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're built very stout, so they're going to be around for a long time. Even the wood floor on them is really good.
Oh yeah,
if they've got a wood floor in them. Some of them don't, but.
Container. Sometimes I can see chat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at you guys. I'm looking at chat. Container Man mentioned about the ADA that you lower the caboose down to ground level. When we were looking into it, we would save money by not hauling the trucks.
Yeah.
And the caboose would be set on the ground, and then just a small ramp going up into it.
Yeah.
But it was more of a matter of where are we going to put it?
Yeah. Where are you going to put it? Yep. They float. They're waterproof. Containers are, it's a good building. I mean, sometimes you can find them cheap. Sometimes they're expensive. I mean, they're all different prices.
Yeah, I don't remember what the club paid for those, but I know we saved a ton of money buying our own lawnmower instead of paying to have it mowed all the time, and ended up paying for the lawnmower the first year and the container that it was kept in.
Yeah.
And then we saved so much, they bought the 2 containers the next year and made the clubhouse.
Is the club still there?
Oh yeah, they're there. In fact, one of the members he's in not aerospace, but he's in aviation, and has got some money. He flies model jets, and the club he was at, which was further out east, they were building houses around, so they had to quit doing the jets. And so he came to our club, and he was already a member there, but he never came there to fly really. But he came to the club and said, "Hey, if I donate the money to redo the runway, can we redo the runway and for my lifetime membership or something like that?" But he put $30,000 in the runway himself.
Wow.
So I mean, they've got a really nice facility over there. It was nice when I was there, but it's a lot nicer now. As far as an RC field.
Is their runway asphalt or grass?
Mm-hmm, it's asphalt.
Wow.
Well, both. They got grass next to the asphalt.
Okay.
Because the World War I guys that fly the tail draggers with no wheel on them, they like landing in the grass because it's easier to control the airplane. Right. If you land it on the pavement, then it just wants to spin.
Yeah.
It's real tough to control them. But the guys that fly everything else want the asphalt.
Yeah. So, hey, Lynn, do you run trains much on that layout behind you?
I had it running, but the sound volume, I turn it back on.
Is that DC or DCC?
Well, the one I'm running right now is DC, but the track is all DCC.
Okay.
So it just disappeared around the corner. It'll show up over here in a few minutes.
Do you have an error?
Do I have a what?
An error, like a time.
Yes. In fact, on my Facebook page, after watching Dave from Crooked River, that there was a picture my wife and I bought together when we first started going out 20 years ago. And this is basically built on that, because she says, if you can build this, here comes the train.
Yeah.
That you can have this room. Let me move over. Oh, it got a little blurry there.
That's all right.
But yeah. And the only reason I'm running the diesel instead of the DCC steam engine I had on there is that I was just trying it out. I picked this up at the swap meet, same place the station came from, for $10.
Wow.
I might put a decoder in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now it's running. I'll let it go. I mean, I'm up above. I usually run the big. I just took these down because I was showing it to somebody. I have 3 tunnel motors that I run. These are all DCC. They run up above.
Yeah, that's cool.
The up above track was originally just a little bit bigger than yours, Jerry. That was just a test track.
Right.
I could try out, make sure the stuff worked before I take it to the show. And a couple of the guys in the club came over and they go, let's make it go all the way around, which it does.
Yeah.
It's 3 tracks. It's like a cinnamon roll. It starts here and goes around and goes around and goes around and then turns back on itself. So there's turnouts here. There's turnouts back there. You got to reach up there and get to them.
Yeah.
I'm not motorized, but I can get stuff going all different directions in here. The only one that's difficult, which way do I need to go? This way, is the incline. It works. It works too good. I did my math. I'm sort of good at math. That it's we don't need that. Right at 2%. So what I did was figure, okay, I want to go from here to there, and it's going to be X so many inches long and so much up, but the room is not big enough. So if you could do an overhead, the track literally does a switchback all the way up, and back over here does a switchback coming down. So it's like you took a straight line and compacted, which works great. The only issue is I have to be up the throttle to work it. Going up is fine. Gets to the top. There's a really nice bridge back here. When it starts going downhill, it starts picking up speed.
Picks up speed, huh? Yeah.
And there's a turnout way over here in the corner. And 90% of the time when it hits that turnout, it's going fast enough, it derails.
Yeah.
Or one of the cars will derail. And then it's a hassle.
Yeah.
So,
you got to pay attention to it. You can't leave it.
I just use it more for looks.
Need the dynamic brakes to work a little better.
Yeah.
Going down the hill. Well, we got about a minute and a half left.
Yeah. We made
Lynn, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
For coming on. You saved us.
I try not to jump on and take up everything, but I get talking, even with a little bit of a sore throat. I can't shut up.
Everybody's heard me talk enough anyway.
Yeah.
Enjoy you, Claude. Really do.
Well, I hope everybody has a good rest of your weekend and a good week. And I'm assuming we'll be back here unless something catastrophic happens. I don't know if Steve and Dennis will be back, but I'm sure Jerry and I'll be back. Bill might be here next week. But anyway,
maybe one of you guys will join us next week.
We'll get somebody on here. You guys want to come on the show, just let us know and we'll get you on here.
Don't be shy. You don't have to share your video. Twin Peaks. That's cool.
Name this the Twin Peaks. There's a whole story behind that. And as a joke, it's the TP, like toilet paper railroad.
Yeah. The TP railroad.
There you go. You got to have fun with it,
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's all for now. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Thanks.